I can't believe this, man. I can't. I can't. Man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. I we almost there. We almost there. We won't talk about it. Hold on. Let me finish this.
These teams don't love each other.
They don't like us. We don't like them. You know how that goes.
Divisional matchup, kind of is too. It's going to be a physical football game.
I get a feeling this is the one everybody has circled on their calendars when scheduled.
Two good teams. You're going to be trading.
Listen up. That's a hell of a team win right there. Hell of a team.
Here we go. Sorry, I had to put all this up. All right. I hate this. First off, let me say shout out to all the Falcon fans who was in the building watching with us. Shout out to the Falcons for the game they had. Shout out to Ritter for getting down the field for a game-winning field goal. And shout out to the young Hoku for putting it up the uprights. And shout out to whoever intercepted Baker Mayfield. I don't remember who that was, but shout out to that. And they had 2 turnovers, I believe. What was the first one? Fumble, Devin Tompkins. But shout out to the Falcon fans that showed up, even though they left in the middle of the game. But shout out to the Falcon fans. Shout out. I see Red Swarm in the building. We're going to get to, right now it's the post game. So I'll get to the shouting out everybody in the comment section at the end. But we got to talk. But shout out to the Falcon fans. I will say this. They had the only thing I didn't see coming was their offensive game plan. It was a great offensive game plan. It pisses me off to say that because we had a good offensive game plan. And we changed it at the half. We got some people coming up. Hold on. One second, y'all.
And as bad as this one was, we can't let it affect the next one.
Todd, earlier this week, Dave Canales was talking about how well everybody took account on offense. They played well, they were practiced well, they were vocal. These sound like things were turning the page. Today, it looked, the offense looked like preseason. Give you an explanation about why in practice they supposedly look so sharp and they looked anything but sharp?
Couldn't give you an explanation. We did practice well. We got to bring it to the game on Sunday. It means nothing if you don't bring it to the game on Sunday. We had more penalties than the law allowed offensively. All 3 phases had a hand in it, but we got to be able to score points to win ball games.
Do you consider any personnel changes on the interior offensive line and running back?
No.
We got a short week. We evaluate everything and we go from there, but we'll see.
Speaking on those penalties, how are you going to eliminate those going forward?
We eliminated them in practice, got to eliminate them in the game. It takes more focus from a coaching standpoint, from a player standpoint. Got to be held accountable on all counts.
You're waiting for this. You've been waiting for this running game to emerge, Todd, and the weeks go by and it doesn't get any better. What's your frustration level at this point?
Frustration is more on the loss at this point. I think we could have done some things in the passing game. We could have stopped them 2 minutes defensively. Could have done some things on special teams, but we got to be able to score points. We're going to have to be able to run the ball. We're going to have to be able to throw it and execute better in the red zone all the way around.
You mentioned that you told your team that don't let one loss turn into 2, but is there any concern that they allowed the loss to Detroit to kind of bleed into this one?
No, there was no concern that way. We were ready to play. We were prepared to play. We did not execute.
Yeah, Detroit had nothing to do with this game.
Not at this time, I don't.
Coach, what do you do as you approach, 4-2 Buffalo team going on the road? You are not a proponent, I know, of looking in the rearview mirror. You want to forge forth. What do you focus on in preparation for this game?
We focus on us. We made enough mistakes to even focus on us. We can't play Buffalo plus Tampa. We got to get Tampa under control before we can even handle Buffalo, so we focus on us.
Todd, was this more sloppy today than sluggish?
Yes.
We were not sluggish. Penalty-wise, it was very sloppy, and there was a lack of execution at critical times, 2 minutes defensively in the red zone on offense, and we got to be better than that going forward.
Todd, can you speak about the play that Antoine Winfield Jr. made, punching the ball out and the pass breakup at the end, and certainly tried to keep you guys at the defensive standpoint?
It was a heck of a play. It gave us a chance. If everybody plays like that, we'll be fine. Everybody just got to lock in and refocus.
How do you evaluate your run defense today?
It was good in the first half. I don't think it was very good in the second half. I thought some people tried to make some plays and misfit some things.
What did you see on that last deep ball to Kyle Pitts that allowed that to happen?
I know exactly what happened. We'll address it.
Okay.
Thank
Baker Mayfield is going to be coming up. So, where was I? The Falcons. So the Falcons, the only thing I didn't see in this game happening was their offensive game plan. They actually had a good offensive game plan. And I didn't see them doing that because I didn't expect them to actually rely on Ritter's arm, and they did. And now it felt like the defense did bad, but gave up 16 points, man, in the whole game where they were in the red zone twice and they came away with no scores. So it feels way worse than what it is defensively. And not only that, but again, if you tell me their offensive game plan is they're throwing the ball, that's okay. It's going to be a problem for them. So with that happening, it just feels so terrible that we lost a game like that. Now, it pisses me off that I say that was their game plan, because that was our game plan too, and I was happy about it. I was happy about it. Oh, I want to get to that so bad, but I can't. Let's stick with the Falcons. They did what they did offensively. They ran the ball pretty okay. They didn't they were able to punch us both ways. They punched us in the face with the pass game. They punched us in the face with the run game. None of them were knockout blows, but it was, here and there. So that was good. That was good for them that they were able to be productive on the field. So you got to give them their respect. My opinion about the Falcons hasn't changed at all. It's literally, they didn't show me nothing any different. Defensively, offensively, that's what I expected from them as far as their offensive output. Now let's get to us. Let's start with the defense. First off, I put in the poll, who's to blame, Dave, Baker, Todd, or the team? I didn't know who else to put on the fourth. I should have put defense. Maybe some people might think the defense was the problem. Obviously, I don't think the defense was the problem. But again, this is like the is it the Lions game or the Eagles game? I guess the Eagles game, where technically the defense wasn't the problem, but I still don't like what we did defensively. Like I still felt like we should have been more of a problem defensively. And that's, again, because I hold my defense to a high standard. You know what I'm saying? I hold my defense to a high standard. I feel like we should have had some more takeaways. Ritter shouldn't have been able to actually keep a game, which this frustrates me, because I'm saying Ritter shouldn't have been able to win a game like that. The Falcons shouldn't have been able to win a game based on their offensive game plan. They shouldn't have been able to win this game doing that. But the reason why they were able to win this game doing that is because of our offense. We scored 3 points in the second half, 10 points in the first half. Now, let's just get to it. Let's get to it, because I feel like we need to get here and then we can get to there after. So let's get to it. I wanted to save Dave Canellis for last, but we have to get to that. Because I look at it as the same thing. This is the third game. The third game we're saying this. Baker and Canellis. This is the problem. This is the problem with the team. Canellis and Baker. Let's start with Canellis, who I believe was the biggest problem in this game. Again. Now, first half, loved it. Loved what we were doing. taking shots, throwing to stay ahead of the chain, running here and there. I loved it. I did the halftime report. I said, yeah, it was good, blah, blah, blah. I was happy. It's like, listen, this is a great game plan. We're going to take over in the second half. Trust me, we're going to take over. And then I had the thought in my mind that said, well, that's if we keep the same game plan, because he might switch it just like Todd Bowles switches it. And I thought, no, that's not going to happen. And then I thought, you know what? Just say that, just so it could be out there, just so we don't be blindsided if that's what happens. Just let the people know. And I said it. I said, you know what? I just thought about it. It could even be just a good game plan for the first half. We could go into the second half and it won't be the game plan. That would suck. I doubt it will happen, but it is a possibility. And it happened. That's exactly what happened. We had a first good half. Now, 10 points is not good. Don't get it twisted. 10 points is not good, right? 10 points is not good. But those 10 points, again, that first half was very like, wow. Like, it was a weird game, bro. Like, it was calls and things that were just happening, just misfortunes. It was just a weird game in that first half. It kind of felt like when it was 10-10 going into the half, I'm like, okay, we start over. I didn't like how that game felt in that first half, blah, 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 whatever. I did like how Dave Canellis was calling. We just wasn't really executing to obviously to the best level. We wasn't executing to a good level. You know what I'm saying? So it was just whatever. It is what it is. Oh, what happened? They decided not to. Baker didn't want to do a press conference today. What happened? I guess Baker didn't want to do a press conference today, huh? Maybe they're just going to try to get somebody else. Anyways, even though I didn't like how the first half felt, I was like, we're good, because what we're doing offensively, we're going to run them over. I don't know if Team Money is in here, but I've told him this before about leaning on a team. And I know my especially my day ones in here has heard me say this before. Offensively, leaning on a team, right? Leaning on a team. We're too high powered offensively. We're too good offensively that even when we're not executing good, we're so talented offensively that we're heavy and we're leaning on that team, and eventually they're going to fall and we're going to fall on all over them and we're going to win the game because we're just too heavy as an offense. We're too good. So we're leaning on that defense, and they're holding up. They're holding up, but we're just so heavy because we're so talented offensively that they just break and we fall over them and we win the game. That still can happen. The problem is you take away our weight. Dave Canellis is taking away our weight. For one, having Baker Mayfield as a quarterback takes away some of our weight offensively. We're not as dangerous offensively. This is why I say, again, with Kyle Trask, we are deadlier offensively with Kyle Trask, because Kyle Trask will be like, whoop. Kyle Trask will sit there and start boom, 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 boom. I got you. Boom. Arm talent. Boom. Fit it in. Boom. Down the field. Boom. I see you. Boom. He will sit there and do that. Now, again, Kyle Trask, he's young, inexperienced. Oh, I thought it was open. Dang it. They caught me. I get it. Oh, like same thing like Ritter. Damn, ball gets hit, fumbles the ball. Stuff like that will happen with Kyle Trask. But as far as how good our weapons would feel, it would feel better because it's not a scared Baker like, I'm not going to fit that. That's not open enough. No. Kyle Trask, boom, boom, downfield, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna make it happen. But we don't have Kyle Trask. We have Baker Mayfield. That takes away a little bit of the weight that I talk about when it comes to our offense. And then you talk about Dave Canellis and trying to run the ball so much that takes away more weight from our offense. Now we're no longer a team where we can sit there and just eventually they're going to break. Eventually they're going to break. They can't hold it for long for much longer. You know why? Because we're running the ball, we're making the game shorter. They don't have to hold it for that much longer. Even in the possessions, instead of 2 to maybe 3 plays, they got to go only 2 to maybe 1 play that they have to hold our offense, because one of the plays where we're wasting running the ball. And on that run play, hopefully we don't lose yards, because if not, now we have to waste the second down to make this chains short for third down, to make it an easier third down play for us. So now we're wasting 2 plays, and then on third down, now we got to come out with a play that's going to work. And their defense just has to hold for that 1 third down. And hopefully it's manageable. Hopefully. That is the problem. That is the problem. Like, I can't say this anymore, bro. I can't say this anymore. That is the problem. There's another Bucs press conference coming up. I don't know who it's going to be. But that's the problem. It's our offense, man. I said it in the Lions game. I said it in the Eagles game. Now, there's some good and there's some bad in this, Buck fans. There's some good and there's some bad in this. And it'll help me transition to the next part. The good is this. Hopefully now, because the one thing I was a little bit worried about was that we win this game, and now Dave Canellis thinks I got it. Okay, so at least I can play call like this one half, and then if it doesn't work out the second half, we can go into the whole, do exactly what we did in the first half, right? So I was afraid that if we won this game, doing this game plan of the first half, just try to get ahead of the chains by throwing the ball and then run a little bit. And then the second half, we go back to.
There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen.
Just trying to run the ball on first down and getting behind the chains. If we won the game with this game plan, I was afraid that Dave Canellis might, try to continue that game plan and think that game plan can work.
Baker, I'm sure it was an emotional and performance roller coaster today. Sloppy play on both sides. A lot of missed opportunities. Talk about your journey mentally and physically through that.
Yeah, too many penalties. I think anytime you're consistently hurting yourself, getting behind the chains, you don't make your job any easier. It went both ways. They threw some penalties on them defensively as well, but just simple things. A lot of pre-snap penalties for us, which is just sloppy. Can't have it. Need to clean it up. And so, it's on me for not being on the same page with everybody, I guess. And just got to over communicate, make sure that we're all on the same page, and eliminate those simple mistakes.
Baker, once again, this running game just struggled to find any real positive gains, and you get the longest run of the day. How frustrating is it to kind of play just with one hand tied behind your back, essentially, just have to focus on the passing game?
Yeah, I mean, we came into this game knowing their rush defense is statistically up there in the top of the league, so they don't make it easy anyways. And so I had a few different runs and just try and do some different looks for them. But got to be able to get some shots called based on the run game. And they were able to play a lot of 2-high defense, but they're good at it. That's what we talked about. They're able to play 2 safety defense with the front that they have, how aggressive they are, and able to stop the run. So they make it hard, but hats off to them for doing a good job.
Can you take us through that interception and just kind of what you were seeing and how you were feeling?
So it just ideally wouldn't like to have the traffic pattern that we did, but when Chris is pressed up, it just happens that way. So if he has a little bit of an issue at the line of scrimmage, the safety's not going to be backing up at all for Uncade. So if he's aggressive, then either have a shot to Chris over the top, and at that point in the game, can't turn the ball over in the red zone, so just check it down to the back of the flat and move on with your life. So we had a few good checkdowns today, missed a few, yeah, it's a critical one that took points off the board, and that's completely on me.
Baker, how much say-so do you have when you're crafting a game plan, when Dave Canales is crafting a game plan? For example, putting something together, can you say, Dave, this hasn't been working, let's throw it out, let's not use it?
I'm not really sure what you're trying to get at. Like we get together on the game plan and say, what do we like, what do we don't like? I mean, it's not like I'm eliminating the whole game plan, and vice versa. He's not saying that we have to do certain things, but we just got to find ways to make some of these plays work. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're a good rush defense. Statistically, they make it very hard on you. They did a good job today, and so like I said, we tried to do some different looks, but didn't have a whole lot of success.
Baker, you had a 31-yard run, your longest since your rookie season. Can you kind of take us through what you saw in that play?
Yeah, just a full left to right progression read. Everything's kind of coming over into my vision. So as I'm going through the reads, they popped the snap of cover 2. Thought about putting it on Trey to slow him up, but just wanted to move through the reads. And yeah, just one of those that you feel the momentum of the defense and just take off and run, make a play. And unfortunately, though, after that, couldn't get the ball in the end zone to seal the deal and take some more time off the board. But yeah, got to find ways continually. The story over and over is for us not getting the ball in the end zone, settling for field goals, and then obviously my turnover in the red zone. So not getting enough points in the red zone. We're driving the ball. It's just we got to finish.
Baker, what are the issues there? I mean, it seems like you're facing a lot of zone defense. Do you not have the zone beaters, or what's going on there?
There's a few plays that were real close. I think the nickel made a good play on the post shot to Mike. I truly think he made a really good play on it. It was really close. And then on that last drive, there's pass interference. Trey's going to catch a seam ball for a touchdown. The guy tackles him. So there's plays that were really close on. And then the one on that last drive as well to Chris. For me, either trigger it on the first hitch or get it to Rashad in the flat. He's able to get the ball one-on-one with the corner. It's a good matchup for us. But, yeah, we're really close. That's what's so frustrating about it is we're not able to finish, but we're right there.
You have a short week coming up. How do y'all bounce back from this and get ready for the Bills?
Watch the film. I think we pretty much know some of the mistakes that we made, a lot of pre-snap penalties, stupid things. And so flush this film and get ready. It's Thursday games are a lot of mental works for us. So can't exactly get a lot of physical stuff. You're still recovering a few days later and get on the same page and be professionals about it.
You guys had so much momentum going into the bye week. I know some guys were like, I don't want it to end. How do you regain some of that back?
Just got to execute. When you're executing and winning, it kind of cures all. Once again, I think our defense did a great job. I mean, I can't say enough about Antoine Winfield Jr. I mean, the guy's a stud. Levante making plays all over the board. I mean, missed some names here, but we just offensively we have to be better, and I'm going to wear that one for us. We have to be better offensively, and that's my job as a quarterback and a leader of this offense to push these guys to finish these drives, not have these penalties, and make sure that we're helping our defense out.
Baker, you got 3 shots from the 8-yard line, first and goal from the 8. Is that the film that you're really going to kind of zero in on and say, get a touchdown here, we win this game? There's 3 plays didn't happen.
Yeah, going to look at exactly what we were doing right there. The last one, we're going to have a good matchup with Cade in the middle, one-on-one with the backer. But the gigantor Calais Campbell hit him when he was running off the line of scrimmage, and so it slowed the progression down, and everybody was kind of on different levels. Just little things, like I said, we're right there, but just little things down there in the red zone that do, quite frankly, make a huge difference when it's tighter windows and the timing's got to be on point.
Baker, did you feel like this game was going to go into overtime, or did you think you guys were going to be able to bring in the win today?
Wanted to close it out when we got down there with the touchdown, but then once we kicked the field goal, they stopped us. You're just hoping for overtime. There's no expectations. You're just hoping for the best and just to give us one more chance to get the ball back and go win it for us. Thanks, guys.
Shut up. Gosh, bro. So terrible. So we can't keep doing this, man. We can't keep doing this, bro. We can't keep doing this. We gotta get We got to get on Dave Canellis, bro. We gotta give him Dave, bro. We gotta just stop this. So, like I was saying earlier, was there's good news and bad news, right? And the bad thing was, well, the good thing was I was afraid that if we win this game, Dave Canellis would take the same game plan and go against the Bills with the same game plan of, hey, I can still be stubborn trying to run the ball on first down right up the gut. I can still be stubborn trying to do that. As long as I at least have a half of not doing that. We lost. So, and even if we would have won, which I was afraid of if we won that he would go into the Bills game, at least we won the Falcons game and then lost the Bills game. And then he would realize there that you can't, not just a half, a whole freaking game. Don't do that any point of the game. Don't be stubborn with the run. You're costing us games. Now, if in the first half we ball out and we take like a 2-possession lead or something, then okay. You can be stubborn with the run until we're only up 1 possession, you know what I'm saying? Or the game's tied again. If you want to cut it that close, I wouldn't. Then get out of the stubbornness and start throwing the ball again. But we didn't even win today. And it's just Dave Canellis being stubborn. And then we go into the Baker Mayfield. We're starting. Man, this sucks, man. Because I was happy that Baker was winning. And in the beginning of the year, I was happy that Baker was winning because I want to win. I don't want to lose, you know. But now you're starting to see Baker slow. Everything's starting to slow down for Baker. And I mean, I don't mean the positive slowdown where he's starting to see things. I mean, like, he's starting to not throw the ball right away. He's starting to not, let it go because they're playing a lot more zone. People are playing a lot more. They're basically getting into what Baker's struggling with. The NFL is seeing more and more tape of what Baker is struggling with, and they're taking things away. So it's not looking simple for Baker anymore. And now where I was like, I get it. I understand Baker starting for us, and I see some people calling for Kyle Trask. Now I'm in the part where, and I don't like, and this is the thing, I don't like when content creators do stuff like this. Usually I'm not on board to say things like that, but it's usually because I feel like we have the right guy, this isn't, and I can be honest with this. This isn't a thing where if we had Kyle Trask, I would be like, calm down. We ain't got to bench Kyle Trask. Like, let him get going. Let him learn, But this isn't that. This is Baker. And I've said it, I've said it in other games. I've said it in other live streams where I say, you know what? I'm happy for Baker. I'm glad. I love Baker. Thank you for Baker. Everything's good. Good job, Baker. All that good stuff. And in the same breath, I say, I still don't think Baker can get us to that next level. So it is what it is with Baker. But we know who Baker is. And again, and it's not the interception, because that's what content creators who don't know what they're talking about or just look at stats, that's where they're going with it. You can't throw that interception. We need to bench Baker, blah, blah, blah. Now, I will say this. A lot of these content creators are on Baker's nuts. So they're not going to be like bench Baker. A lot of them ain't going to be like bench Baker anyways. But what I'm saying is, if this was Jameis, they'd be saying, oh, that one interception, that's why you got to bench Jameis. He's done, we got to get better. It's not just that. That's not why I'm saying that clock is on, is what I'm trying to say. The clock has started. The clock is on Baker. It's back on. He was doing his thing. the clock is back on Baker to where it's like, okay, TikTok, when do we replace him? When do we replace him? He started off hot. He started off good with the stats, statistics, and all that, and letting go of the ball. And they, defense didn't know what Baker was doing or what we were doing with Baker. And I was like, let's ride that train as long as we can. Let's ride it as long as we can. I think we're at the ending point of that. I think it's there. Now, that's not to say we can't win a game with Baker, but now we're at the time where we're going to be struggling a lot offensively because it seems like defenses are understanding what's going on with Baker. Like defenses are now understanding how to slow down Baker within this scheme, within this offense. Now they've gotten it. They're understanding what Baker likes to take within this scheme. They're understanding the routes that Baker likes to throw right away in this scheme. And now Baker's having to hold on to the ball. Now Baker's having to try to go through his progressions. They're forcing Baker to play quarterback more. And it's making Baker play slow, and it's causing problems in our offense. And it's affecting our offense. And it's to the point where we don't have an OC. Our OC is struggling alone, trying to figure out how to call these plays for this team, let alone for Baker. They're trying to figure out how Dave Canellis is trying to figure out how can I call a play for this team? How can I call a play for Mike Evans here? How can I call a play for Chris Godwin? What's the best plays to utilize Devin Tompkins? What's the best play I can call to utilize Trey Palmer? Then he still has the whole offensive running game that he's trying to figure out and trying to learn on how to call plays, when to call the run games, and what kind of run schemes to call, like what running backs to put in. He got a lot on his plate. He got a lot that he's figuring out. He's not good enough, and it's no disrespect for Dave Canellis. He's a first-year OC. He's not experienced enough to be able to figure all that stuff out while babying Baker and being able to make the right calls to have Baker consistently play at a high level. It's too many things that he's worried about. Dave Canellis is worried about too many things. Unfortunately, the run game is one of his biggest things that he's worried about right now. I would say screw the run game. Worry about making Baker look as good as possible. Worry about simplifying things for Baker. But to be honest, when it's all said and done, I don't even want to do that. I really don't want to do that. Again, the time is on. The clock is ticking now. When do we sit Baker? And I say when because I know we're not going to just sit him after this game. I know we're not going to sit him after this game. So that's why I say, because if it was up to me, this game right here, that's it. It's enough. I've seen enough. It's enough. It's enough. We're going to take bumps and bruises with Baker. If we're going to do that, might as well put in the kid that got a higher ceiling. Might as well. If we're going to go through these struggles with Baker, we might as well put in the kid that has better arm talent, can see the field better, and has a higher ceiling. Might as well. Might as well. And that's my point. We might as well put in Kyle Trask that has the higher ceiling, can see down the field better, and can read the defense better and faster. Not worry about batted balls all the time. Yes, we might have to worry about interceptions. More or less, I'm not exactly sure about that. Yes, we might have to worry about some more turnovers. Yes, we might have to worry about him, not seeing the blitz. But it's okay. I'll take those bumps and have a better offensive output production-wise with the arm talent, throwing the ball. Might as well. Might as well. Because we're at the point now of the season where the NFL has figured out how to slow down Baker Mayfield. We're at the point of the season now where the NFL has figured out what Baker likes to do within this scheme. And it's hampering the offense. So I said in the Lions game, Dave Canellis had a lot to do with us losing that game. And Baker had something to do with it as well. And I believe I said something like, 30 for Baker and like 60 for Dave Canellis, and then 10% on the defense. And then I watched the all 22. Well, not the all 22. I just watched the game over again. And I said, you know what? It's more like 35 for Baker. No, 45 for Baker, 40 for Dave Canellis, and then 15 for the defense. So it might change when I see this game again, but as of right now, the feeling of this game was, and again, it's a big part, Dave Canellis, but the offense is just not gelling enough for me. It's not gelling enough for me. Dave is not helping because of the run game, but offensively, it is just not gelling. There was plays where Baker could have ran that I know for a fact Kyle Trask would have took off. There was plays where he missed check downs that he should have checked down. Right now, I'm looking at this like 45 Baker. Not even. I'm looking at this 50 Baker, and I'm going 40 Dave Canellis, and I'm going 10 defense. 50% of this was Baker. I felt Baker didn't have a good game. I feel like Baker's not reading right. And if we watch the all 22, we're gonna have to, man. We're gonna have to, because I gotta check this run game. We're gonna have to watch this all 22, man. And then we play Thursday, so we're probably not gonna have no freaking time, bro. We'll see. Hopefully, I could do all 22 this week, man. Because, anyways, I'm gonna go through some of these comments, man. I don't know how many there is. It's just, this is not offensively, bro. We just lost to the freaking Falcons, guys. Think about that. We just lost to the Falcons, bro. Like, we lost to the Falcons and they threw the ball. Like, well, let me see the ending. Let me see how many times he threw the ball. Like, this was sad. This is freaking sad, man. And I said I see this game being, what did I say, 24 to like 13, 24 to 16, around there, right? And I said either way. I said if we struggle offensively, because same game plan like like the Lions, same game plan like the Eagles, I can see them beating us 24 to 16 or 13. And if we don't struggle offensively, we beat them 24-27. We get about 24-27 points, and they get about 16 or 13 points. They beat us 16 to 13. Why is that score weird? Because half of it was the good game plan. The other half was the bad game plan. That's what happened in this game. Ritter threw for 25 times. Baker threw for 42 times, bro. Good God. That is sad, bro. That is sad. It's sad, but we threw for 42 times, and I wanted Baker to throw the ball more. We threw for 42 times, and I wanted Baker to throw more. 242 throws, 275 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. We got to do better, bro. We got to do better. 37, 38. They ran the ball 38 times. We ran 16. We ran the ball 20 times, bro. We ran the ball 20 times, bro. That is pitiful, bro. That is pitiful, bro. We ran the ball 20 times, bro. Jeez. And like I said in the beginning of, or not the beginning, but in the middle of the live stream, we just got to stop with these. This is the thing. Dave Canellis talked about, and we had the press conference, right? And I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. But now it's done. It's done. Dave Canellis talked about, yeah, we can simplify the run game, but when we get to the end of the season, teams are gonna know how to stop. Why am I so faded? Teams are gonna know how to stop. They're gonna know how to stop the they're going to know how to stop the run game, because if it's simplified, defenses are going to figure out how to stop it because it's simplified. And I said, I get what you're saying. That makes sense. Okay, cool. But now I'm to the point where I don't care. I don't care if it's simplified. I don't care if defenses figure out how to stop it. You know why? Because it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Simplify it and let them go head to head against these D lines. This is too many teams that just stopping the run. We haven't had a run game in one game yet, really. It's too many teams. So this is what you got to do, Dave Canellis. I'm going to break it down for you. This is what you got to do, Dave Canellis. It's not, I promise you, if you listen to this, I promise you, everything will go smooth. I promise you. Simplify the run game. What was our best running play? The draw play. Am I lying, Dave? Our best run play has been the draw. Why? 2 reasons. Because it's literally the opposite of play action. It's the opposite of play action, right? You get people wide open in the middle of the field when you have play action, right? Because you draw them in and then you throw over the top. What's a draw? It's literally the opposite of a play action. It looks like a pass play, so everybody backs up, and then you turn around and you hand it off. It's literally the opposite of a play action. So let's simplify. Let's simplify. And I know, and I get it. I know Dave right now is probably like, no, RTP, we can't do that. That literally eliminates half of our run plays because of the play action. It eliminates half of our play action stuff. That doesn't matter, bro. We don't need to live and die off of play action. We have weapons that can get open, my guy. Whether they think we're going to run it or they know we're going to pass it, our wide receivers are going to get open. We just need somebody that can throw it to them when they get open. Make an NFL throw. Make an NFL throw. That's all we need. Someone that can sit there and make an NFL throw. We do that, we're fine. And you can still do play action because we'll be getting gains running the ball, whether they're regular runs or they're draw plays. It don't matter. But enough of these trap plays and making the tackle and the running back, the tackle and the guard run the opposite way and then have the tight end do this. And enough of that, bro. Enough of that. It's way too difficult. And it's way too much, bro. Give it a rest. Get over it, bro. Let it go. It's not us. It's not who we are. It doesn't fit who we are. It doesn't fit this roster. You can't put a square peg in a round hole. It doesn't fit what these O-lines are doing good. Just let them line up and push forward. That's it. Enough with the traps and the swings and all. Enough of that. Enough of it. Simplify the run game. Do some more draw plays. Play action off of that, my guy. Like that's it. What happened to the zone running is on the outside. What happened to outside runs? Period. I hate that I'm sitting here saying this, and I feel like, bro, this is the second live stream that I'm saying this. I don't like repeating myself. Because that means we're not progressing. And again, we talked about the and here's the crazy part. I don't know. We got 15 people watching. I don't know how many people are here that are new and here thinking, oh, RTP just got a rude awakening, or RTP just found out something, or RTP was wrong. But unfortunately, that's far from the truth. Unfortunately, that's far from the truth. Because I've already said this. I said this in the dang NFC South roundtable. I told them exactly how they can possibly win. I told them exactly how they can possibly win. Now, the first half, I can't take nothing away from them besides that stupid first 7 points. I can't take nothing away from the Falcons. They did what they had to do to stay in the game. But then the second half, we did what we did to keep all teams, not just the Falcons, not any team. I've said this before. Any team, the problem is any team could stay in the game with us if we try to pound our heads against a brick wall when we use that as a game plan. And that's what happened. Instead of pulling away from that team, we shut it down offensively. We shut us down offensively and took us out of the game offensively and let them score 6 points. Let them score 2 field goals in the second half and won the game, bro. We lost to a team that scored 16 points and kicked 2 field goals in the second half, bro. We lost to that. We can't do that. We Dave has to change. He has to change. And again, going back to I've said this before. I'm not repeating myself. I am repeating myself because I said this already before. I said good news, bad news. Good news. Bad news. Dave Canellis is a slow learner. Bad news. Dave Canellis is a slow learner. Good news. Dave Canellis is a slow learner. He's a slow learner. He learned. We thought he learned. I thought he learned at least for this game plan. I thought he learned. And then the second half, he revert right back to it. And it was like, why, bro? Why? And again, 42 throws, 270 something yards, not even 300 yards off of 42 throws. Matter of fact, what's even worse is I think he only had, 27. Out of 42 throws, he only completed 27 passes out of 42 throws, guys. We got to do something. This offense can't continue. And that's the scary part. That's the bad news. I don't know how to explain that, but how do we get to that point? Now, again, I don't. We're gonna have to lose. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying that. This is one of those bite the bullet moments. This is one of those, it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you, but I got to do it for the better of all of us situations. But we gotta lose that Buffalo game. And it's not to say that we wouldn't have lost if we were rolling. You know what I'm saying? But we have to lose that Buffalo game in the same manner as far as our offense not being able to do anything, which I hate, because then people in the NFC South are going to be like, oh, whatever. We'll still end up winning the division at the end. I have no doubt about that. But we're gonna have to lose this Buffalo game in the same manner. Low scoring game, and we barely put up anything offensively. We have to get something. How else, people? Let me know in the comment section. How else do we get the cow trash train going? Like, how else? And I don't wish injury upon nobody. You know what I'm saying? But how else do we start saying? They're talking about in the press conference. Have you thought of any personnel changes for the run game? Well, what about any personnel changes at the quarterback position? When do we sit there, start calling for Kyle Trask? Like, I'm calling for Kyle Trask now. I already said it. The time's up already for Baker. Time's up for Baker. It is what it is. But that's me. I know it's not up yet for the franchise. I know Todd Bowles is not looking to replace Baker right now. I know that's not happening. So for me, time's already up. But for everybody else, when does that happen? When does the clock strike 12? When does it strike midnight? Because Baker is trying real hard not to revert back to the old Baker, which is making our offense struggle. Again, yeah, I'm not talking about that no more. I'm done talking about Baker being our quarterback. Listen, again, we're gonna have to lose that Bills game. We're gonna have to lose that Bills game. And after we lose that Bills game with not being able to get any points going, then hopefully, because it's a mini bye, right? We play Thursday. This gotta be it. This gotta be it. We lose, barely being able to score, and we put in Kyle Trask in the next game. Who's after that? Who's after the Bills game? Who's after the Bills game? Let me see. Texans. Put in Kyle Trask against the Texans. That's the only way, man. That's the only way. Well, it's not the only way. Dave Canellis has to get better. I feel like I'm going in circles, bro. Dave Canellis has to get better. It's only two things. When it comes to this team. It's two things, and that's it. Dave Canellis, Baker. Two things. Dave Canellis and Baker. It's only those two things. That's it. Dave Canellis and Baker. That fixes us. Dave Canellis and Baker. And again, let me say this. For everybody that was talking crap about Byron Leftwich, for everybody who was lying on Byron Leftwich, talking about he's predictable. Oh, he always runs on first down. Oh, he does this. Oh, he does that. He don't have no good plays. He don't scheme nobody open. BS. Now you got a guy that really is running on first down all the time. Now you got a guy that doesn't even know how to abandon the run to win the game. You got a guy that does not know how to get the offense rolling or the offense in some kind of rhythm. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right. I hate it. That was hard, man. Falcons win the same way every week. Can't leave that much time. This is the worst loss when the opponent gives you opportunities to win. It was such a bad loss. Peter, be a good sport and start the reaction show by congratulating. Oh, I did. Falcons on their victory. I'm pretty sure I did. Book 1K1 near says bring back Humble. No TV appearances on Baker. That interception to Otten was horrible. It looked horrible. And the replay made it worse. He was in double cover. Do y'all want to call in? Let me know in the comment section if y'all feel like calling in and venting. If not, it's fine because I'm pretty much done. Yeah, he was double covered. B Flint says don't make no sense. Man, I just don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm sure you're shocked, and in disbelief. That's what happens when you're blind to the facts. I don't know what facts. We have a better defense. I wouldn't say that. Blind to the fact, won the turnover battle and still can't score. Um, Red Swarm, Falcons are so sorry and they QB trash. How the hell? Because we were more trash. Dave Canellis and number 6. Good, tough win, Falcons. What's good, Dirty Bird 4-3, top of the division. Let's blame Baker Mayfield. Falcons did good. Buck Nation, Ryan Neal is yeah, thank you for reminding me. Ryan Neal needs to go. Ryan Neal needs to go. He's taking bad angles, and I'm done with the Ryan Neal thing. I don't expect him to. Unfortunately, I don't expect him to get replaced by Delaney. I'm hoping. I am hoping, because Todd Bowles said, they said, do you know what happened with that Kyle Pitts play? And he said, yep, I know exactly what happened with that play, and it will be corrected. I'm hoping that's Todd Bowles saying, yeah, we done with Ryan Neal. No more. I'm hoping. Because, again, every big play, Ryan Neal's in the middle of it. He's in the middle of it. And I'm not literally talking about coverage, but, okay, they got the play. The play should have stopped right there. There's too many plays where I'm not like these other fans where it's like, oh my God, he should have stopped. I get it. Yeah, people are there to make plays. Like Kyle Pitts made the catch. I get it. Whatever made the catch. I get it. People are going to make plays. People are going to catch the ball. I get it. That's not a problem for me. I mean, if it happens too much, it's a problem for me. But the fact that it happens, I don't just jump on somebody's back because it happens. They're there to make a play. I get it. But the play should end right there where they caught the ball. And there's too many plays where Ryan Neal is there for the tackle and then he's not there for the tackle. Too many plays where he's taking a bad angle and then they go around him. He got Delaney time. Now, again, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But if it was up to me, Delaney time. Let's go. He's the starter now. Big Al, the football gods, was literally trying to give us talk about it. Buck 1K 1 years. This is why I wasn't hyped for a guy that never was an OC or called a play. Yeah. Hey, here is what Pewter is going to tell us. We didn't beat them. Them gave us this game. We didn't beat them. They gave us this game. No, well, I mean, I already said what I said, so I don't know if you think that's what I said. We have no running game. What do we expect when we need Baker to throw 40-plus times a game? We need Baker to throw 40 points. I can only take so much cockiness, Peter. It is nauseating. I wasn't cocky. The boy says, wow, bro, all Buck coaches should be fired today. Don't let them in the building tomorrow. You just want chaos. Where is the Mayfield from the Vikings game? Mayfield ran out of the pocket so much. Mayfield doesn't run anymore, and it's there. Yeah, I don't know. That part, I can't tell you. I can't tell you about that part. Maybe they're there in like the first half. So then Baker doesn't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's thinking about doing it, but the first half they show him like a, defense where it's like, yeah, we're not going to let you run. And then in the second half, he just like, well, then it's not going to be there. And then he doesn't think about it anymore. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I do know as far as why Baker's not playing at that same level, it's the NFL's caught on to what he's doing. It's as simple as that. They caught on to what Baker is doing in this system and what he likes to do in this system, and they just caught on to it. They're making it's not to mean that they stopping him, but they're slowing him down, and it's costing us. But Crazy says OC need to call better plays, bro. Tired of that ish. I can't say he needs to call better plays until I watch the all 22 because there could be people open and Baker's is not seeing them, so I can't exactly say that yet. But he needs to call a better game for sure. A better game, calling a better game is, when to call the run play, when to call passing and all that stuff. He needs to do that for sure. Mayfield was good because he's running quarterback. He's not even running anymore. I don't know. Climatic says it's tiresome to hear Bowles talk like this. I mean, I don't know what you want Bowles to say. He's just telling you the truth. We are not a running team, and he's trying so hard to make us something we're not. It's like try to sick you eggplant in a dry peach just doesn't work. Cali Buck says Bill lost to the Patriots today. It means nothing but just stating. Wow, they lost to the Patriots. Jeez. Bill been dropping games to bad teams, so we aren't hopeless. Yeah, but that's the thing, climactic. That's what makes me mad is that if we win that game, that's going to prolong Baker. If we lose that game the way we just lost to the Falcons, maybe we start calling for Kyle Trask. And it's like, and again, we know what we got in Baker, man. Let's go with Kyle Trask. If we're going to take these bumps and bruises, if we're going to stutter as an offense, let's just do it with Kyle Trask, man. I know what happened. Ryan Neal is a bum. That's what happened. Bench Neal, please. I can't protect him. Red Swarm says we have put y'all cocky in your place. Pewter, you need this castor oil, bro. This one is for you. Put Trask in so Dave can be comfortable and throw the playbook at him. Good Mayfield, he could have ran touchdown in what he that one hurt. When we were on the red zone, that last possession, they were leaving that wide open, bro. And they were only rushing 4. He should have been ran the ball. Bad loss, terrible penalties, execution on offense, especially in red zones. Settling for 3 cost us this game. Scoring a TD or 2 would have won this game. JB says Ritter had most passing yards last 2 games than quarterback before this game. Ritter had most passing yards last 2 games than any quarterback before this game. Than any QB before this game? Oh, he threw for more yards than any other quarterback the last 2 games before this game? Is that what you're saying? Not God at Cali Bucks. It's okay. We have to get better in red zone. I don't blame the defense for giving up late play to Pitts. We have to be better offensively and stop leaving it up to the defense. Yeah, Ryan Neal got to go. Put Delaney in. Todd Bowles hit the road. Yeah, you crazy. Baker fault. Why lost? That interception was a killer. It was. Yeah, we're not gonna, bro. You really about to get. Todd Bowles gave them 7 in the first half. No one, not Landry, not Lombardi, goes for it there again, bro. You don't just say things just to say things, bro, because you're gonna get muted. Only thing I can complain about the defense is maybe not being aggressive enough on them. They won because game was still close and they can still run the ball and stick. Yeah, exactly. They can stick with their game plan. And you're getting muted. Putting timeout. You got some timeout, bro. I don't feel like hearing BS, bro. You're not gonna just say anything you want to say just to say it. Todd Bowles is not the reason we can't expect the defense to be on the field so long and keep making stops. Again, we feel like the defense played bad and they gave up 16 points, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I'm with you. I feel like the defense played bad, but they gave up 16 points, bro. Like, they did all they could, bro. Big Al is actually together if we want to be English majors. Val in the building says, I feel like you're giving Canellis more blame than he deserves. Baker's shortcomings are the real issues. I'm not giving. When I did the percentage, I gave Baker more of the percentage than Dave Canellis. I just feel like the reason why, and that's the thing, the reason why I put a lot of blame for Dave Canellis is because he's not using our team right. So that puts us behind the 8 ball, and he's being stubborn with the run game, and that puts us even more behind in the 8 ball. And then on top of that, he is not helping Baker by, how do I say this? We are struggling. We are struggling with Baker. We are struggling with Baker. And he's calling plays like he can just count on Baker when the time is is needed. The heck is this? Sorry. So he's calling plays like he can just go to Baker and say, "Okay, make this happen, Baker." That's why. That's why. Like there's several things. It's not necessarily the play calls. It isn't like, "Oh, these play calls are trash." It ain't nothing like that. Is why I'm putting it on Dave. I'm putting it on him because he's not feeling the game. That's one. And he's not accepting who we are as a team offensively. He's not accepting who our weapons are. He's not accepting the strength of our weapons. And he's trying to force our offense to have a strength where it's actually the weakness. That's why I put a lot on him. B says play calling on offense, poor execution by QB is the reason I wanted KT from the beginning. Exactly. Kyle Trask, I can see him saying, "Okay, it's third and long, make something happen, Kyle Trask." And Kyle Trask with his arm is going to make something happen. He's going to see the defense and be like, "Boom, got him." You know what I'm saying? Like that is someone that I can see. Okay, we tried to run the ball, it didn't work. We tried to run the ball again, it didn't work. And then okay, makes give me a good throw on this pass, and Kyle Trask will make a good throw. Amazing says, seems like there's a disconnect between the OC and Baker. What's the identity of this team? What do they want to do as far as our bread and butter? It's time to bench Baker. So sick because we need to sit Baker. He play average. Then he have a few clutch plays, which make it hard for us to sit him. They're not, but really, when's the last time you had a clutch play? A clutch play doesn't mean anything. Like, I don't know if you think that run was a clutch play because, he should have ran the ball again after that. Like, I don't, I don't think he's been doing, I don't think Baker has been doing enough to make us have to wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to say no. Enough is enough. Our offense is looking like the way it is right now. Like it is what it is. Right, good point about the wasted run plays. But the Buck fans, when they type of stuff happens to Trask, which it will, fans will be screaming about how Trask is a problem too. I actually think Trask deserves a shot too. Baker does hold us back. He holds us back as far as our offense being, yeah. More potent. Do we bench him now or wait till the result of the Bills? I would love to bench him now. I would bench him now. Again, it's a wrap for Baker. It's a wrap for Baker. That's 2 games right there where it's like, come on, you could have made something happen. You see Kyle Trask, how many times have we seen that man take off running and it's like he just decided right away, hey, they gave me yards. I'm taking off. I am taking off. They gave me yards. I'm taking off. The wide open play isn't there. They gave me yards. I'm just going to take the yards right here. Like, he's very more decisive. I think he could, but it's going to be some bad with Trask since he's never started. But fans will complain when they see it, but it will be more good than bad, so it won't bother me that much. The thing is, I think we put the defense in worse positions more with Trask, but we also help the defense out more with Trask by scoring points. That's going to be the difference. That is the difference. As you can see, Baker doesn't put the defense in harm's way very much as far as turning over the ball in our own territory, right? Giving the defense short field to have to play defense, but he puts strains on the defense by not being able to drive down the field and giving the defense some rest and not being able to score. He puts more stress on the defense that way. So again, I think we're kind of in the same boat either way, but I rather go through the struggle with Kyle Trask because we already know what we have in Baker. And our upside could be way higher with Kyle Trask. And not only that, defenses don't have a whole bunch of film. They don't know what Kyle Trask is doing good, doing bad. Well, it's 10 days off after Bills game, so if we stink it up again, they have time to prepare Trask for the next game. That's why as much as I don't like losing, but it's an AFC division, which that's good, right? It's not in our conference. And that would be perfect. If we lost that game the way, now obviously I don't want to get our butts whipped, but if we lost that game like this, that's the perfect opportunity to go with Trask. They won't do it because it's a short week this week. Yeah, I agree. Michael says, what happens to the Bucs being so superior and y'all are the best? Man, save that bull. If Ritter bum behind didn't turn the ball over so much, we blow y'all butts out. But that's the whole point why we knew you wouldn't blow us out, Michael, is we know who you guys are. And again, if you watched the NFC roundtable, I literally said what the score could be and that it could go both ways. If the only way that it could go that way is if we do what we did offensively. So again, I don't know why you're surprised. Amazing says the weird thing is Baker played okay first half. Just that pick was brutal, mainly because I thought he couldn't see. Those throws late were bad. Someone needs to ask why isn't he scrambling more? Again, it's like there's a disconnect between them two, being OC and Baker. Again, teams when they zoned us when our offense struggles the most. I don't think there's a disconnect between them two. I just think it's Baker, bro. I just think the execution part, I just think it's Baker. It's just Baker. It's just Baker. I don't think there's a disconnect. I just think it's Baker. I thought the Bucs were superior. Looked like y'all a sorry team in the driving. I don't know what you're trying to say there. Like everyone else. I explained it like 3 times already. We have to use tight ends and running backs more when they zone us. It's if Falcons had a better QB, y'all get dusted. I mean, that's literally, Michael, that's literally what everybody in the division is saying. If we had a better QB, then we would be a better team. Like that's literally what everybody is saying in the division. Like tight ends, drags, or running backs, dumps offs to White in space between, etc. Whenever teams won't want to play zone. Again, I think that's something that Kyle Trask would excel in. Settling for 3 instead of punching it in and cost us today, plain and simple. I mean, we had to take those threes. We had to take those threes. Y'all suck like the rest of the division. Like we told you Saturday, Falcons are better with the worst quarterback. You might have explained, you might have helped me be able to explain my problem with Dave Canellis. You just said Falcons played better with the worst quarterback, which is true. You played better with the worst quarterback. If you saw the first half, it was tied 10-10, right? If you saw my halftime, what I said in halftime, I was happy. I was surprised what the OC was doing for the Falcons. And I said, I can't believe that they're doing that. But hey, that's smart play by their OC, by their game planning. Smart play by them. And I was surprised and happy about what we were doing, which what I was saying was the same thing the Falcons were doing, right? And what happened? One OC stood with that same game plan. The other OC didn't. And that was the difference. That was the difference, Michael. That's the best way. I'm glad you said that because you helped me explain. That is the best way I can explain why I put a lot of blame on Dave Canellis. That's the best way to explain it. The game plan was good enough to win like that. That's what we need to do. We need to put our passing first. Put the passing first. Leave the run game to the side. Leave the run game to the side. One did that, the other one didn't. The other one didn't. Williams, he still won't hear it. Now y'all gone to struggle. No, he wrote a check, the bum but can't cash. We told him them. You didn't tell us. What did you tell us exactly? You didn't break down no game. You didn't say why the Falcons would win. You just said that you guys suck like us. That's all you said. Black Cat Panther Podcast, y'all tried to warn Bucs about Big Bake. I literally said it. Like, this is the thing, Red Swarm. You guys are talking like I never agreed about Big Bake. Matter of fact, you guys are talking like I didn't literally tell you guys the only way you guys could win. Like, I literally called this. Like, I called, if you guys win, it's because this happens. And again, the only way you won was because that happened. He just called the Falcons garbage yesterday. Now you lost to them. Yeah. He actually thought they were different. The team is, the other players are different. It's just we're held back by Baker. I don't know why that's so hard to understand. Championship caliber. Yes, did you not see all those defensive plays and when they were in the red zone? That's exactly what I was talking about. Feel like my dog just died. What was good was this game? Falcons, no way you feel confident about how that you won that game. Trust me, they feel confident because they beat us. They feel confident. No, your Lion didn't. You said you would win easily double digits. Yes, I believe we would win double digits. But I also said that I think that it's possible that they can win double digits as well. You don't remember that? Go back, watch the tape. But your coaching, I know you ain't a Panther fan talking. I think he's a Falcon fan. Matter of fact, Peter, not only did you just lose to the freaking Falcons, you actually lost to the freaking Falcons the last 2 times you faced us. Okay. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. 06 Panthers get a win. We don't got to go back and forth about that. Panther fan, you should be hiding in your basement. We shut your run game down. Okay. You can't put it on Baker. We got no run game. What else you expect, Baker, if he got to put it in the air 40 plus times? Ain't nobody talking about White and Vaughn, though. Where's their blame? They don't get blame, Buck Nation. They don't get blame because the run scheme. It's the run scheme is a problem, and we just haven't been a run team. So again, it's you're making it seem like just because we made Baker throw so many times, he did his job to the best abilities at those times. The amount of times Baker threw the ball does not mean that he did good. Buck Nation. That's the thing. Just because Baker threw a lot doesn't mean that he had the offense producing at a high level those times he was throwing the ball. So that's what I'm saying. You can throw the ball he threw the ball 40 times, he only had 1 interception. That doesn't mean he did a good job. That doesn't mean anything. He threw the ball 40 times, only got 1 interception. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't tell me what he did in the game. All that means is we had to throw the ball a lot. Did he do good when he threw the ball? Did he check down when he was supposed to check down? Did he take off running when he was supposed to run? Did he hit the shots over the top that he was supposed to hit? Did he connect with receivers that he was supposed to connect with? Did he make the right reads? That's what tells you if he did a good job as a quarterback. Not that he threw 40 times. Oh, what do you want him to do? Yeah, I want him to throw the ball 40 times and play at a high level. Execute at a high level. Take what the defense gives him. That's what I want. Mind your business. We just like last year with Brady, one-sided team, easy to figure us out because we can't run the ball at all. Put Kyle Trask in there. That's all I can say. Put Kyle Trask in there. This dude said Falcons shut down our run game. The Bucs can't run on anyone. I mean, you Falcon fans saying anything, go fumble the football in the end zone. And again, Callie, they're acting like I did not say any of this stuff. Any of it, like nothing happened. I can literally go back and play exactly what I said. Of course, we're happy with that win. Hell, every team in the NFL is happy with every win they get. Good game, Falcons. Also, I would like to apologize to absolutely no one. We need to go after Derrick Henry next year. Derrick Henry is not making our run game better, guys. A win is a win. I agree with that. All the shots, like cuz y'all lost today at home. Again, enough of Ryan Neal. Get him off the field already. Especially since we have no connection to him. Just bench him and switch up rotation or use him differently. Again, he can't be on the field is how I feel about it. Amazement. Fire the cannons. Red Swarm, you're delusional thinking the Falcons will do anything. We have to get another offensive guard. Unfortunately, we get absolutely zero push up the middle. That's not the problem. Yeah, we gotta watch. I'm gonna show you guys the all 22. I'm gonna show it's not the O-line, bro. It's the scheme. It's what we're asking the O-line to do in the run game. It's not the O-line. How many Super Bowls the Falcons have? 0. I'll wait. This game was crap. Falcons are pedestrian themselves. Are y'all just talking trash this whole time? There will be no trash. By the time they make the switch, it will be too late. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. You're delusional thinking the Bucs y'all are worse than us. Apparently, anyone who wins the division is losing first round. Okay, so that's a casual take right there. He shit too. Trashmaster time. And we know division sucks. Your favorite podcaster is the one saying everyone in the division sucks, but the Bucs. We put that to the test. You didn't put it to the test because I've already said it. We only have one thing holding us back. I don't know how is that so hard to understand. I don't get it. Listen, let me say this. Maybe since you got to win, maybe you'll hear it. Let me say it one more time. The team is ready. The team can go on a run for a championship right now. The wide receivers, the O-line, the running backs, the secondary, the linebackers, inside linebackers, outside linebackers, D-line, all of that. They're all ready to go on a championship run. They're all ready. Our problem is the quarterback and the OC. The quarterback is holding us back. So we're a better team than anyone else in the division. But the quarterback, when the quarterback is not doing his job, and Dave Canellis calls the game like he did in the Lions game or did today, that holds our team back and brings us down. Do you understand now? So when I say the team is better, the team is way better than anybody else in the division. The roster is better. The roster is a better roster than everybody else in the NFC South. It's way better, completely way better. Unfortunately, the quarterback is not helping and bringing the offense down. And having a first-year OC who's not calling good games is bringing the offense down. And that gives anybody a chance. Anybody, whether it's the Panthers, whether it's the Falcons, whether it gives anybody a chance to stay in the game. Unfortunately. Now, hopefully you understand what I've been saying. Because again, when I say I see it being 24-16, but I can also see it being 24-16 for them, for the Falcons winning 24-16, it's because of that. When we're struggling offensively, it lets the other team look better. Hopefully you get it. I can't help you if you don't get it after that. Falcons and Panthers, can I have a Super Bowl check? Facts. We don't even need to do that. We don't need to do, it's not that serious, Cali Bucks. We don't even need to do that, to be honest. Not this week, maybe after 10 days off after Bills game, short week. And it's on the road. No way they bench Mayfield, unfortunately. unfortunately. Worst division in football. I told you yesterday you suck, but too. No, I don't. Y'all not beating Texans. We might. It depends on what we're doing. I don't know what the game plan is or what. Yes, Pewter, you are talking in circles. Oh, man, I must be way behind. The thing is, once you put Trask in, there is no going back to Baker. It's saying basically done in Tampa unless something happens to Trask. Let Trask. I'm just going to go for it because I'm like way, after reading that, I'm way behind. Okay, so Falcon fans should be ashamed of this win. They played like trash, and they shouldn't be ashamed. A win is a win. And they won the way they won. You know what I'm saying? They won the way they need to win the game. Like they did. They played their game and they won. Like there's no need to be ashamed of it. At the end of the day, we all knew Baker was just a bridge guy. He would have this moment, but we all knew. I mean, this is not even a moment though. Like he would have his moments, but we all knew this was temporary until we find a guy or just switch to Trask. I don't even think this is a moment though. You know what I'm saying? This is not like, oh, it's a Baker moment. It's just he's just playing at the level that he is. Like it's not like, you know, yeah, I don't know. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like it's not a moment. It's not a Baker moment. It's just he played out of left. He threw an interception. Like quarterbacks throw interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like a Baker moment because it's Baker that threw the interception, but it's quarterbacks throw interceptions, bro. It just is what it is. But the whole thing is we know that we're not going to get much higher play than what we've seen from Baker. Even when we won the Vikings game and we won the Chicago game and all that stuff, even when we won those games, that level of play when he was on his highest of highs, it wasn't that high of a level of play. And that's the problem is we already know that the level of play he can play for us. We know what the top of it is. And it's not enough. It's not enough, especially if you're like us and we don't have a run game. You know what I'm saying? It's just not enough. RTP, did you say D. Henry wouldn't help our team? That dude can help out any team, brother. Explain that, homie. Our line ain't bad. Baker is. Our line is not bad. It is the concept of the runs. Okay, I'll try to show you real quick. I'm not gonna be able to show you because I'm not gonna be able to show you, but it's hold on, just give me. Let me see if I can find something real quick, man. Bucs highlights. I just want to see if I can.
So a first down pass picks up one. Mayfield's toss is caught across.
I'll try to look for something. I'm watching. I'm gonna try to find a run play so I can show you what I'm talking about. And what the heck, Black Cat Panther podcast doing in here? Panthers so trash they gotta hang on another team nuts for a victory. Yeah, you know they just showing love. What the heck is this in the background?
Hey guys, listen up.
Defense is top 10, but time on Mayfield is ticking. Sweep incoming. I saw a better run game and a better defense. So no, it's not. It's not way better. If the block scheme is in the case, does O-line coach Gilbert get blame as well? No, he doesn't. Because again, you can't help what your offense, you can't help what your players are good at. We've said many times about, Todd Bowles knows defensively what his players are good at. We take Devin White and we blitz him a lot because he's not the best at coverage. You get what I'm saying? Like Todd Bowles is good at seeing a player and saying, okay, he's not that good at this. So we'll bring him in to do this, or we'll do this with them because he's good at doing this or doing that. It's not Gilbert, our O-line coach, can try his heart out to say, hey, we need you to block like this. We need you to block like this. If they're not good at blocking that way or doing whatever he needs them to do, What can he do? Stop trying to force them to block a certain way if they can't block like that. Make it simpler. Do it. Let them do it the way that they're good at doing it. You can't be. It's the scheme. It falls on Dave Canellis. It's the scheme. Yeah, we can win now if we didn't have limitations at the quarterback position, even without the run game, better quarterback play. This team looks miles better. Of course. I mean, like, show flashes, not moments, flashes of being decent and can win with him. Can I just point out that all our ops haters flood our game threads? Listen. They weren't very happy with the NFC South roundtable. Oh my God, Canellis is definitely becoming predictable. I wouldn't say. Well, again, when we're running on first down like that, yeah, right. We know Baker's ceiling. Trask put pressure on opponent's defense too. He helps our defense by scoring, even if you might turn it over occasionally. He helps our D and puts pressure on the other defense, unlike Baker. I get what you mean. We need counter draws, etc. Hell, toss it even, but that guy is a bulldozer, and that's what we need. I mean, he's just gonna run somebody over a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage, and then get a yard still. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just didn't understand what I was saying. No worries. Time to bench Baker and Neal. F all these 150-pound running backs, bro. I remember we ran ball well when we pulled guys too, like pulled guards and tackles a lot, and we had decent to good gains. Yeah, man. It's gonna be hard because I don't know if they're gonna show a run play where. I don't think they're going to show a run play where, obviously if they show a run play, they're going to show a run play that we're. Let me see. Maybe no. They're going to show a run play where we did good, so I can't really show you this game. But like I said, if we end up seeing the all 22, bro, I'll show you guys what I mean by why the scheme is the reason why we're not able to run the ball. Like Dave Canellis said, it's complicated. It's a complicated scheme. It's not easy to learn, and he's counting on us learning it. And at the end of the season, it'll be hard for the defense to stop it because it's so complicated. But at this point, I'm just like, dude, we're week 7. We're about to be halfway during the season, and we still not just not getting it, but we're not even having here or there. Like, hold on. See this? Look at this. We got a gain on the run. Look at this. Hand it off to Rachaad White right here. And this O-line pushes. Look at everybody's getting pushed. Everybody got pushed out the way. The only one having problems is who? The tight end. But even with that, nice cut. Went right through. Good run. Because why? That's a simple scheme. It's a simple scheme. But then when we have schemes where we're sending a tight end and a tackle and they're coming around the other way, the opposite way, trying to, catch somebody, like, stop with the difficult schemes, bro. That's what we're just not good at it. We're basically struggling as it is just running the ball regular. And you want to add some sophisticated, difficult schemes? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not smart. It's not smart. We seem more creative early in the season or even in the preseason. That's because teams have no idea what we're doing. Now, and that goes, JD, that goes with my whole Kyle Trask thing. We seemed creative because Canellis can put out a play and it's there for Baker to say, okay, this place should be open. It's open, and Baker throw it. and Baker's QBR and all that stuff is rising. Stats are rising to the top because there's a whole bunch of creative things that they're saying this place should be open. And Baker's like, "Oop, I know it's going to be open. It's open." And he throws it. Easy completion. This place should be open. Throw it. Easy completion. And all these things are working out. And the NFL is seeing it. And then the NFL is saying, okay, let's take away those easy completions that Baker's making. And now it's forcing Baker to say, that easy completion is not there. Now I got to play quarterback and go through my progressions. And that's why we're seeing Baker struggle, because those easy throws where that route should be wide open, teams are preparing for those. They're trying to, okay, let's shut that down. They're sacrificing other routes more than likely. They're probably getting beat somewhere else, but they're taking away, oh, it's 3 wide receivers over here. Okay, then it's what we do defensively. Oh, 3 wide receivers over here. Okay, they probably want to try to take that easy route where they do this and the other guy comes underneath. Stop that. If it isn't that, and Dave Canellis might have another receiver somewhere that's going to beat, if you stop that, it's going to beat that. But they stop it, and now Baker has to say, okay, it's not there. Where was I supposed to go with the ball if that's not there? What was my next? You get what I'm saying? Baker's not able to go, it's not there. That means this is open. He goes, it's not there. Okay, so now what? Here, now he's open, and then he throws it. Or it's not open. Okay, now what? Here, I don't see no, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's happening. Baker's starting to slow down because they're starting to take away the easy read that Baker has. Baker has the easy read right here, but oh, it's not there. They covered it. Now what do I do? Now let me go through my progressions. Trask is like, oh, it's not there. That means this should be open. My other easy read, my second easy read should be this. There it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I would go with Trask, but who knows what's going to happen there. The real OG says, what up, RTP? That tight end sweep was dope in the preseason. Don't think we haven't seen it since. Yeah, it was. You're right about that part of the creativity. You're right about that. You're right about that for sure. But that's it, man. It's your man, RTP. I'm going to eat because I'm starving. I'm hungry. It's funny because, like, when I think about the game, I get upset. I get like heated, like I get warm. You know what I'm saying? And then I get like it's weird because I really feel like it's easy to forget about this game. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I can easily just move on or whatever. Like, all right, it is what it is. And then the Bills, you know, and I think that's only because low key, I'm kind of like hoping that we do lose to the Bills and that triggers a Kyle Trask movement. And I feel I gotta admit it, I feel wrong feeling like that. I feel wrong feeling like that. Like, I don't want to feel like I want to lose the game so I could put my quarterback, the right quarterback in. Like, I don't know. Feels weird, man. It's a weird feeling. But then when I think about this game, like we actually lost to the Falcons. When I think about this game, I get heated. Like this game pissed me off. This game really pissed me off, man. It really pissed me off because it's not that. Put it like this: if we lost this game, like if this was like the Lions game, right, or like if we had the second half game plan and we did that for the first half and the second half, I wouldn't have took this loss as bad. I would have been real mad about Dave Canellis. I would have been pissed at Dave Canellis. I would have been probably more mad at Dave Canellis because that means he just ain't learning nothing. So I would have been, and I don't know if this makes sense, but I would have been more pissed at Dave Canellis, but I wouldn't have been as mad about the game because I would have been like, bro, I knew we could lose this game if we did that, and we came out and we did that. And I'm kind of halfway on that right now because, again, we lost the game because we came in the second half and did that. So I'm halfway on that, but this game hurts more because what we did in the first half. And I'm like, yeah, we should win this game. And then it's like Dave Canella saying, I learned my lesson. Psych. You know what I'm saying? It's like he gave us the win. He showed us that we're going to win the game. And then it's like, no. So that's why this game hurts even more. Forget the fact that it's the Falcons. I honestly don't care about that. Again, I'm not comparing my franchise with the Falcons. Like, they're not on our level. So it's just any bad team, period. Like, any bad team would piss me off that we lost to a bad team. But it pisses me off more that we really had a good first half game plan, and then he yanks it away from us. Like, it really stings more that he did that to us. But the flip side to that is at least he learned. Like I said, he's a slow learner. So he had to do it for one half. Now maybe he's learned that, hey, it's not just one half, bro. Like, you got to do it for a full game, bro. And again, I understand that we threw the ball 40 times. When you look at the stats, what I'm saying doesn't sound real. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody could come in here and say, RTP, we threw the ball for 40 times. We ran the ball 20 times. Like, how much more do you want to throw the ball? And I get that. I understand it. I understand it. I definitely understand it, you know? But my problem is we could have ran the ball more. We could have. It's not the amount of us running the ball. This game wasn't the amount of runs. It was how we were trying to run the ball, and then once again, running on first down. If this was Tom Brady, I wouldn't care about running on first down. I can see Tom. If this was Jameis Winston, I wouldn't mind running on first down. I don't care. Second down, we'll make it up. Third down, we'll get it. Like, I'm not tripping. If it was Jameis, it could be 3rd and 15, and I have confidence that Jameis could get 15 yards. If it was Brady, it could be 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, and not last year's Brady, but before, and I would be confident, yeah, Brady can get that 3rd and long. I'm not worried about it. Go ahead. I don't care that we ran on first down. I don't mind. But we have Baker. We can't get behind the chains with Baker. And this is why I'm saying it puts more on Dave as part of the problem. You have to understand, Baker is not good. He's not comfortable with throwing down the field like that. He's not comfortable with taking shots. He's not comfortable with throwing for 15 yards. You know who is? Trask is. So if you want to call a game like this, I still don't like it, but it at least would be better if Trask was the quarterback, because I know Trask doesn't get affected as much if he's behind the chain. Baker does. He gets affected when he's behind the chain. He's scared to take that shot. He's scared to throw an interception. He's scared to throw for over 10 yards. That's what I mean. That's the problem. That's the problem with just running 20 times. I don't mind it that we just ran 20 times. I get it. 40, that's a lot. But we didn't put Baker in good positions when he was throwing that ball because Baker is limited. Baker has to feel like, okay, I can take this 10-yard throw here or 15-yard throw here, but if it's not there, then I can check it down because we only need 3 yards or 5 yards on third down. Or I can check it down because it's already 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 7. So if I check it down, we can get 3 yards and it'll be 3rd and easy. And then on that third down, Baker will feel comfortable again. We have to keep Baker feeling comfortable. And the only way we can do that is if we stay ahead of the chains. So by running first down every time and getting behind the chains, Now Baker doesn't feel comfortable on that second down. And because of that, we end up in a 3rd and long. And now Baker doesn't feel comfortable in a 3rd and long. It's just a pile on that makes things hard offensively for us because of the limitation of Baker. That's what I'm saying. It's not the amount of reps in this game. In the Eagles game, it definitely was. But in this game, it wasn't the amount of reps of passing or throwing. It's how when he called the run, the runs he called, and then the positions he was putting in on Baker. Now, again, we got to get rid of Baker because Baker brings too many limitations. He's limiting our wide receivers, who's our best position and our strength on the offense, and he's limiting Dave Canellis as a play caller. He's putting too much on Dave Canellis's plate. He's making Dave Canellis' job too hard. And for a good offensive coordinator, Baker wouldn't. For a veteran offensive coordinator, Baker wouldn't. He wouldn't be putting too much, pressure or too much. He wouldn't be asking too much of the OC. For a veteran OC, but for a first-year OC that's trying to figure out this team, trying to figure out his weapons, trying to figure out his own way, trying to figure out the game plan, trying to figure out how the game is going and all that. He's trying to figure out all this stuff. For a first-time OC, it's putting too much on Dave Canellis. It's too much. It's more baggage. It's more problems that Dave Canellis has to deal with. And it's something that I don't even think Dave Canellis knows or understands. He's so inexperienced. I don't even think that Dave Canellis understands that that's a problem with Baker. I just think he looks at it like we're just not executing. I don't think Dave Canellis even understands that I have to keep Baker ahead of the chain. I think he's looking at it like I have to keep this offense ahead of the chain. Because our offense is not clicking when we're not ahead of the chain. I don't think Dave Canellis understands that if he puts Trask in there, the offense is going to click a lot better, whether they're ahead of the chain or not, because Trask is a better quarterback. So those are the problems that we're dealing with, and I really feel good about how I just explained all that. So I'm going to read these last comments, and we're getting out of here. Tank for Henry, right tackle. Now the head of the table came in our house, take our girl. Yeah. Put Trask in and use Baker like they do with Taysom Hill. That's funny. How do we know Trask is comfortable throwing 15? Excuse me. Did you not see his preseason games? We barely seen Trask look good overall. 2 years ago, Trask had a 3rd and 20, and he converted in a preseason game. And then Trask had a 3rd and 15 to get in field goal range to win the game, and Trask converted that right after. Trask doesn't have a problem throwing down the field, throwing 10 yards, 15 yards. We've seen it 2 years ago and last year, which we saw a big jump in Kyle Trask. So, yes, Trask, I know Trask is comfortable throwing the ball. He lets it go. We barely seen Trask look good overall right there. I'm not a big Baker fan, but we have almost no tape of Trask either. There's only one way to get tape on him, bro. There's only one way to get tape on him. And again, we know what Baker is. We're going to have to go through pains with Baker. We're going to go like this with Baker. We know we're going to do this with Baker. We might as well put Trask in and do that with Kyle Trask. Plain and simple. And guess what? And here's the real kicker. If we don't do this with Kyle Trask and we just do this with Kyle Trask, great. Guess what that does? Puts us in position to draft a quarterback. That's what this season was supposed to be. This season was supposed to be bite the bullet, get rid of the contracts, and go with Kyle Trask. And if he plays good enough to be our starting quarterback, that we're not in a position to draft a quarterback, then he's our starting quarterback. But if Kyle Trask doesn't do good enough to where we don't win a lot of games and we're in position to draft a quarterback, then guess what? We're going to draft a quarterback. That's what this season was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be Baker, can we make the playoffs and do it? It wasn't really supposed to be that. It was supposed to be we're going to live and die with Trask, and depending on how good or bad Trask is, if he's good enough to where we can't get a quarterback in the draft that we want, then we roll with Trask. If he's too bad to where we're in a good position to get a quarterback in the draft that we like, then we let go of Trask and we run with our rookie quarterback and we go from there. That's what this season was supposed to be. So I get it. We got Baker and we started like this, and I said, let's run with Baker. Let's go. Let's run with Baker as far as we can go. We've gotten as far as we can go. We have already gone as far as we can go with Baker. It just is what it is. And again, that's not to say we can't win any more games, because I still think we're going to win games if we stay with Baker because of the defense and everything else. And we're just going to have games where we throw it over the top and we win. Like, I get it. But it's just going to be, I mean, do we want to win the division and be in a spot where we're not good enough to get our quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Just to do what? And still not know what Kyle Trask is? I'd rather go find out what Kyle Trask is, man. I'm with you at X. Move on to Trask. Baker hits his peak now. Arrow pointing down. We don't look to want NFC South anyways. Wasn't Trask's problem having a weak arm? You know what? I keep hearing that. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where it came from, but I keep hearing that. But it's not true, obviously. I don't agree with you on a lot of the Trask talk, but I do agree on if the QB is up and down or just down, then it might as well be Trask. Mayfield has reached his ceiling. Let's go with Trask. Facts, bro. It's time. Trask time. It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Again, I'm hoping that, usually the team is where I'm at. The team is having the same thought process I'm at. So I just doubt it though. Like, I doubt you can really, but why not? You know what I'm saying? You might as well go with Trask. It is what it is. We might as well go with Trask. So let's just pray and hope that we get a very surprise press conference tomorrow and hear that. And I really doubt that we go with Trask because, again, that would be unfair to put Trask on a short week. So I still think we play with Baker Thursday, and I think everybody agrees with that. And I don't want to say I hope, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind winning a 3-0 game against the Bills and then have a press conference and hear. Matter of fact, I would love to hear a press conference about the quarterback situation and Bowles say something like, we'll look into it, but, that's it. We'll look into it, but some. And then we go and we beat the Bills 3-0, and then a reporter brings up the quarterback situation again, and then Todd Bowles says, we're going to look into it and see who we're going to play, and then Kyle Trask plays the next week. So we'll see what happens, but that's what we're hoping for. It's your man RTP. It's literally been 2 hours post game, man. Do me a favor. Don't leave without hitting that like button. Show me some love, please. Please show the channel some love. It's your man, Real Talk Perez, here on the Pewter and Red channel. Skull Gang in the building. I can't believe we lost. I can't believe. And that's the other thing. Let me be honest. We lost, and now we got all these people that don't know what the heck they're talking about. We got Falcon fans over here, don't even know why they won. Like, they don't even know why they won. They don't know why they won this game. They gave no type. Go watch it. They gave no type of reason of why they'll win this game. They just, you're not better than us. We're gonna win. I think we win this game. Like, they have no idea what just happened in this game. And that's the annoying part. Not the part that we lost, not the part that they're first in the division. I care less about it. They're not going, again, I still think we win this division. But the fact that now I got to deal with people for a week acting like they know what they're talking about when they didn't say nothing from the beginning. It just is what it is. Is what it is. Baker just played scared, nervous, and uninspired. Can't believe we still lost, but we still here. I see you, Zay, in the back. Shout out to you, man. Good game. And again, I'm not taking nothing away from the Falcons team themselves. They played their game. They did their job. They came away with the win. Came into the house, came to our trap, took our trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, took over the trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did what they did what they were supposed to. I can't take nothing away from them. But yeah, it is what it is. This could have easily been a blowout if they didn't make mistakes. I mean, our defense, again, championship defense. We're gonna any bit you give us, we're gonna take it. We're gonna try to take it. So, all right, man. I'll see you guys next time. Again, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you really love the content, man, share it. Whether you're a Falcon fan and you want to show another Falcon fan, look at this dumb Bucs guy, look at what he was saying, or you're a Bucs fan and you feel like, man, look at what this Buccaneer guy was saying, man. I know you like the Bucs. Check this out. Share the content. You know what I'm saying? Shaman RTP, Skull getting in the building. Hopefully we get to do some all 22 this week because we need to break some stuff down. I'll see you guys next time, deuce.